Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're doing something a bit different, focusing on just one source, a personal review of Baby Driver.
Yeah, this reviewer caught it right before it left Amazon Prime Video.
And they found it, well, a real mix. Some parts really hit the mark, others not so much. Points of strong appeal, but also definite misalignment, you know?
Right. So our mission today is really to unpack those specific insights for you.
We want to help you figure out what makes a film click, the different pieces that add up.
And why sometimes the same movie can feel so different to different people. It's a great example of how we all watch films differently.
Okay, so let's jump into what the reviewer did like. What clicked?
Well, the review pointed out it's just packed with popular stuff.
Totally. You've got the music, obviously, the car chases.
The classic beautiful waitress, the quiet, cool guy driving.
And that whole boy meets girl thing. The reviewer noted how all these parts kind of worked on their own, kept their charm.
And the focus on cool visuals and music was huge, like really intense focus.
Which means, according to the review, basically no dull moments, no wasted scenes.
Exactly. They specifically mentioned that opening chase.
Oh, yeah.
In the credits right after. Super effective at showing you who Baby is, what the film's vibe is like. It just, bam, pulls you right in.
And the characters were memorable too, apparently.
Yeah, well-defined. And interestingly, the reviewer pointed out that more than half of them were villains.
That is interesting. A lot of screen time for the bad guys.
Which means your first impression, say, of a character like Buddy might really shift by the end. It keeps you guessing a bit.
Hmm.
And the camera work got to mention, too. Some clever techniques.
Like what?
Well, like how the camera would keep rotating during conversations. It wasn't just flashy. It sort of showed things moving forward, progression.
Oh, subtle. I like that.
And in the chases, those really quick cuts, changing perspective fast.
Yeah.
That wasn't just about speed. It was about putting you right there with Baby, feeling what he feels, like his perception of the world.
Okay, so visually, musically, stylistically, a big thumbs up from the reviewer.
Definitely. A lot of flair, a lot of energy.
But here's the turn. The reviewer really struggled with the story itself.
Right. This is the core issue they had.
Specifically with Baby, the protagonist. The expectation was, growth, maturation.
But the feeling was he just stayed kind of childlike. Didn't really evolve in the way they expected.
Yeah, exactly. Childlike was the word used.
And it's tricky because his backstory, his trauma, it is mentioned early on, sets up that potential.
Right. You think, okay, here's where he's coming from.
And the review argues it didn't really seem to connect to what happened later.
Right.
Didn't influence things much.
In fact, didn't the reviewer say Baby kind of caused a similar incident later?
Yeah, midway through, which feels, well, it complicates any idea of him learning or changing his ways, doesn't it?
It does. It raises questions about that character arc. How much change do we need to see?
And then there are the ethics of it all.
Ah, yes, the contradictions. Baby clearly has some values. He's not totally bad.
But his actions, being part of these heists, there's a clash there.
So much so that the reviewer actually wished the movie ended a bit earlier.
Yeah, before the actual happy ending. They felt that final resolution didn't quite earn its stripes, given everything else.
Interesting.
And one more point on Baby's character, the lack of an inner monologue.
Unlike, say, Train Spotting, where you're right inside Renton's head.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Here, Baby's world is shown through music and action, but his inner thoughts, his deeper struggles. They felt a bit out of reach, left the reviewer wanting more psychological depth, I suppose.
So we've got this film, visually amazing, great action, cool characters in many ways.
But a story and a main character that left this particular viewer feeling a bit unsatisfied or confused.
Yet the final verdict was still.
Excellent film. Undeniably excellent despite the story issues.
How does that work?
Well, they kept coming back to that strong visual and musical sense, the tension in the chases.
Kevin Spacey's role was mentioned as fitting, too.
Right. It seems those strengths were just so strong, they carry the day for this reviewer.
So it really boils down to that idea the reviewer had. People who like this film will really like it.
Exactly. Those specific elements. The style, the sound, the action, they can define the whole experience, even if other parts, like maybe the narrative logic, don't fully land for you. The sensory hit was powerful.
Which leaves us with a question for you to think about. Can a film's sheer technical skill, its style, its unique cool factor, can that genuinely outweigh story choices that might leave you scratching your head and still make it excellent?
Yeah, and maybe think about your own viewing habits. How much weight do you give to that gut feeling, the aesthetic thrill, versus, say, perfect plot coherence or deep character growth when you decide if a movie was really good? Where's your balance?